What's going on, guys? The place is a mess. I'm getting ready to go on the next trip. I really don't know where I'm going yet. We're expecting bad weather in the Smokies and down in the river, the Red River Gorge. And I was planning on going to the Smokies, and since they were saying thunderstorms, blah blah blah, so I said I'll go to the Red River Gorge. Thunderstorms, blah, blah, blah. So I think I'm going to stay local, but I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go, but I'm definitely going to get out there. It's still going to thunderstorm here in Missouri, but I'm still going to get out in it because I'm not worried because I'm here. But today I want to go over just how I pack my bag and how I get ready for a trip like this. Or all my trips I pretty much get together the same way. Rain, sleet, snow, hell, high water. It's all the same to me. I pack all of my things in dry bags. My dry bag has a stuff sack. And in these dry bags, how I pack them is start off with my top quilt because that goes on last. So I started off with my top quilt. Shove that in there. And I don't worry about trying to roll it up, fold it up. I just stuff it in there to make sure it gets everything down in there. All right. And the next thing that goes in is my top quilt, my underquilt. And I have a hanger on this one. I took the other one off earlier, but I usually keep these hung up in my closet in between hikes. So I usually I try to stuff all of them in with the foot in first. So when I pull them out, I can start off at the top of my hammock and work backwards as I pull it out the stuff sack. So I just feed it out that way. Well, but let me say this differently. So how it works, I would have my stuff sack stuffed all the way in. I lay it in the hammock, and as I pull everything out, I just pull it from top to bottom or left to right. And I just pull everything out that way. Start off with the underquilt, get it on top, latch it, hook it under the hammock. Then I go with my top quilt. Same motion. Same motion. So I have my underquilt, my top quilt, and my pillow. All of my down gear, sleep-wise, is made by Hammock Gear. They're a well-known company. Great quality, great customer service. With my first order with them, I kind of ordered the wrong thing. I had two underquilts in my basket, and I deleted the wrong one. And when I noticed it, I immediately called them, and it was no problem. Actually, I didn't call them. I emailed them. The response was within hours, and it was all taken care of. I got it in a timely fashion. It was my experience with them is great. That's why I went back to them 2 more times, and I will go back to them again. So I get my stuff sack. I get everything in this, get it down, stuff it as much as possible, get it as tight as possible in there, saving room. I thought I hit it right the first time. Throw that in the old bottom of the pack. Sleep gear goes first. Next thing I go through is my clothing. And in my clothing bag, I have, this is my next day sweat cloth. So it's sweat, snot, all that good stuff. That's for day 2 of the hike. And if I can find like a river or something, I kind of clean my stuff up as best as possible so I can have a fresh rag. And I like to go with microfiber because it just, to me, it seems to work better with sweat, and it can hold a lot more moisture than like your other rags and that sort of thing. Just don't drop them, because once you drop them, they collect everything. These stuff that I put in this bag really doesn't go in any particular order except for what goes in last. I have a pair of wool socks that I sleep in, and these are just Walmart wool blend socks. They're nice and thick. I just use those to sleep in. I have some underwear. We don't need to really get into the undies. I have the rest of my sleep gear, which is just a moisture wicking shirt and some shorts. Depending on the weather, I may throw in some Under Armour leg warmer type things. And I have a shirt. Now this is always going to go out with me no matter what the weather is, because for whatever reason, it always seems to, no matter how hot it is, if you're out there long enough, it seems to get a little chilly at night. So I love to keep one of these around. And the last thing that I put in this stuff sack is my down jacket. And this pretty much goes out with me all season as well. You know, it's lightweight, and it gives, you know, the ultimate. And I have a down hat that I keep stuffed in the pocket. And I put this in last just in case I get somewhere and I'm starting to set up and it starts to get a little chill. So I keep that with me. That goes in last, goes on top, so it can be the first thing I can grab if need be. So then that goes in. So that's my clothes and my sleep gear. Things that go on top after that. So I don't really keep, I keep this out just in case I can grab it. Everyone knows what this is. It's like the universal head wrap, dust mask, neck warmer, does everything. I stuff this along on the side. My hammock, I keep it in a Cuben fiber stuff sack that came with my tarp. And that just goes on top, followed by my cook set that I throw on the side. And then food. My side pockets here, I have water bottles. I throw my water bottles there. In the back, things that never come out of here after I clean them. That's an optional thing. I keep my Sawyer squeeze water bottles back there. Little rain gear, and my tarp. My water filter is also back there. So if I get to camp, it's the first thing that can come out. Not worried about stuff like this getting wet by rain because it's plastic and it's going to dry. Up top, Up top, I keep just a few things, usually maps. This is my pack cover here, and I just keep, you know, a few electronic things, extra batteries, and butt tissue. I also keep a small med kit up there as well. Food goes up top so I can always get to it. I could not tell you how much this weighs. I can tell you that it is under 20 pounds. It's probably on the 17-pound side before you get into consumables. And it rides well. Thank you. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me for this episode. Like, subscribe. I hope you learned something. I hope you guys keep coming back. I hope you had as much fun watching this as I love doing it. Just keep coming back. We're going to be everywhere.